I would like to show you how I'm cooking Polish Barszcz and Uszka for Christmas Eve. Six medium-sized beets that I cleaned them and cut in half. I'm adding 1 piece of leek. I have 2 sticks of celery, 2 carrots, parsley, and 2 cloves of garlic. Everything comes putting in the water. And after start boiling, boil slow for 2 hours. After it's cooled down, I'm keeping in the refrigerator until next day. Next day, I'm adding ground pepper, salt, and of course I am adding a little bit of chicken bouillon paste for the taste. And after that, I separate my ingredients and I'm using a cheesecloth. So make sure the barszcz is all nice and clear. Now I'm going to show you how what I'm using for my Uszka fillings. I'm using 1 ounce of dry wild mushrooms, which I picked up myself this year in my neighborhood. They called Kozak with the black hat. 6 ounces of the fresh mushrooms. You can use the white one or those creamy black one, the dark one, which I prefer dark one. And I'm using a half size of the medium onion, and I'm using white onion. Also, I soak my dry mushrooms for 2 hours. After that, I'm using the same water and I'm boiling them about 1.5 hours and cool them off. In the meantime, I saute onion. And I saute my mushrooms, the fresh mushrooms that I sliced them before, and saute again with the onion until the water evaporates from the mushrooms. Both mushrooms I'm putting in the mixer, but separately mushrooms, the fresh mushroom and the onion, and then I mix my dry mushrooms after they are cooked. After they all mix together, I am putting back in my frying pan that I did use for my onion and fresh mushrooms, and mix them together, adding the pepper and salt into it. And that will be ready. Oh, by the way, I'm adding a little bit of oil, olive oil for the sauteed onion. And that's basically, that's what I need for the fillings. Here I have already filling prepared before. And that's exactly how it looks. You should have about 100 Uszka from this size, from those ingredients. Okay, here I'm starting my dough. 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 egg. I'm adding a little bit of oil to the egg and water. The dough is going to be nice and soft, and 1 cup of hot water. Mixing with the egg and the oil. I'm putting back to my mixer and start mixing on a very low first. Also depends on the flour. Sometimes we have to add a little bit more water, maybe 1/4 of the cup extra. The fruit is dry. I think it's done now. Let's find out. It looks like it's doing okay. Now I'm going to change attachment. And I'm going to use this to make a flat sheets to cut the little circle for my Uszka. Little bit of flour so it doesn't stick to my hands. And let's do this. Right. I am using my shot glass for the size of my circles, which usually should be between 1.5 to 2 inches in diameter. So I find out this works for me too the best. I'm cutting the circles. Okay, that will be enough right now. Now, one of my friends recently gave me a good idea. I used to use the spoon and did separately. What she showed me, that using the Ziploc or any bag, plastic bag, filled out my already made filling, and it's a way faster than I used to do. So I'm just putting my filling on each of those circles. So now it's easy to make. I'm trying to do like folding in half. First time I just try to close it, then second time I'm going one more time around. And we have like a half moon. Then I closing last two ends together, and that's how my Uszka looks like. So like I said, you will have about 110 Uszka from this, those ingredients, 1 ounce of dry mushrooms and 6 ounces of fresh mushrooms. Also, if you don't eat them at the time, you can freeze them. After you boil them, cool them off on the flat surface, and I freeze them. I put on those special sheets for the freezers and freeze them separately. Then I put them in a Ziploc, and whenever I want to make barszcz, I already have ready, and they can be in the freezer about 2-3 months. And that's how we make the fillings with the dough. Okay, this is my barszcz after this with my cooked Uszka. Also, I forgot to mention I'm adding a little bit of lemon juice from the fresh lemons to give better taste for the barszcz. Okay, well, Wesołych Świąt and Merry Christmas!
It's so good.
Without